Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Libra, this is your full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius reading from June 5th until we have the next full moon, July 5th in Capricorn. So a little background information, lunar eclipses are about polarity and relationships. This one is asking us to look closely at our wants, our needs, and where we might be lacking things in our lives. This particularly concerns the logical versus the intuitive, details versus higher truth. So again, we're seeing that that opposite of Gemini and Sagittarius, that axis, that shift that we've just gone through. And ideally, a balance should be struck between the two, logic and reason and intuition, right? The Sagittarius energy of this full moon is really highlighting communication and attitude and our sense of adventure. And some things have been building inside of us, and now it's time to really let it out. And that's going to take a lot of different shapes and forms, okay? So this brings me to my final message, you guys. If you're looking to do any healing work, I'm going to encourage you to check out my friend Maria Paz Healing. She's a Reiki master and a powerful healer, and I've linked her website down below, so check her out. All right, I'm going to go ahead and invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, spirit guides, and our ascended masters to this space to deliver the messages that we need to hear. For my Libras from June 5th to July 5th. Messages for Libra from June 5th to July 5th. Messages for Libra from June 5th to July 5th. Messages for Libra from June 5th to July 5th. Nice, Libra. All right, so your overall energy is the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands represents Aries, Leo, Sag energy, and more specifically, it's Saturn and Libra. Who is this reading for? Sorry, you guys, Saturn and Leo. The Five of Wands is interesting. So I'm using the After Tarot, which takes the regular Rider-Waite images and shows what would happen afterwards, like a few seconds or a few minutes. So we're going to see that some of the meanings on these cards have the reverse meanings, but you'll understand what I'm saying in a second, because this Five of Wands energy is all about competition. Sometimes it's about toxicity, and it's about a lot of fighting, and it's kind of like a big mess. But if you guys can take a look, if you see these cards clearly, this is, you know, these five people, you can see that it was just an exercise, that it was sort of healthy competition, that they're friends, that they were honing their skills, they were evolving, and there is still one person standing, probably the one that the others can learn the most from. So for some of you, it's like taking a class, something like Muay Thai or karate. Some of you, it might be yoga, it might be you know, it might be meditation, whatever it might be, but you guys are really, really honing your skills. And some of you might be looking up to someone, okay, someone as a teacher, or some of you might be that person. And again, rising above the crowd. So through this sort of constant exercise, through the refinement of your skills, whether that's reading tarot, whether that's exercising, maybe you guys are starting to, you know, jog and you're upping your minutes or whatever that might be. For some of you, it's going to be something like Muay Thai or karate. For others of you, it's at work, okay? For maybe some of you are also, you know, vying for someone's attention, okay? And like you're really starting to stand out. So, you know, that's beautiful energy there. Now, you guys are showing up, Libra, as the King of Wands in reverse. Now, the King of Wands in reverse sometimes gets a bad rap. And, you know, I don't want to sort of give my Libras out there a bad rap, but the King of Wands represents that fire energy, which you might have in your chart, or you just might be exhibiting those qualities. The time period for the King of Wands is, you know, that Cancer Leo period. And this has been coming out in a lot of my readings. For some of you guys, this is a process that's going to take moving through this retrograde period and then eclipse season and sort of coming to that end of July, early August period. Now, the King of Wands is one of my favorite kings because he is, you know, he has lots of worldly wealth and possessions, but you might not necessarily know it just by looking at him, because all of the other kings have these sort of fancy wands and scepters and cups and shiny glittery pentacles, and he has this sort of earthy stick. But his thing isn't all the pomp, and it isn't all the bells and whistles. He's about action. And he's like, you know, I've had this stick for a really long time and it does the job just fine. Okay, he's somebody who's very attractive. He's a CEO, an entrepreneurial type. And he's somebody who, you know, who's just an innate leader. You know, his rise to fame or to fortune or whatever it might be was quite natural, okay? And I do feel like this could have been even like a rags to riches story. Some of you might have come from extremely abusive homes, and I do apologize, and now you guys have really worked to move into a place where, you know, where you have a beautiful little family, or you have, you know, a nice relationship now. Some of you might not have come from a lot of money, and, you know, you guys have really been, you know, you've been hustling and you're getting there. But the King of Wands is showing up in the reverse, and that tells me that there's a little bit of you know, there's a lot of, he's about power, and he's about reaction and passion. And so some of you guys might be being triggered by certain events, either in your personal life or on, you know, on a national level or on the global stage, really, really being triggered. And I feel like, Libra, it's taking you out of your game. Okay. And so we'll work through this a little bit more in this reading and see what's going on here. You know, and the King of Wands also, you know, in the reverse, you know, the King of Wands was also somebody, I always say he really loved it when he was the Knight. You know, he loves to be where that action is. He loved the adventure. He's very diplomatic. So in the reverse, it could be that you've gotten to a point where now you oversee everything, but you're not quite happy there. That's not really who you are. You know, you might be more of like a doer than a telling other people what to do type energy. All right, so we have the Knight of Cups. This is how you are portraying yourself to the world. And yes, I'm sorry, you guys, I'm sorry I'm waffling here. I have to go back to the King of Wands in reverse. The bad rap for the King of Wands in reverse is that he's a player. Okay, that, you know, he's passionate, he's about the old, you know, in and out of your life very quickly, somebody who's a smooth talker, somebody who's very sexual, so it could be like a physical, you know, carnal relationship, but it's not very long lasting. Okay, now feel free to swap the energies in this reading. You know, that might be the energy that you're very focused on at the moment, or it could be your energy. Maybe you want to just play the field. Okay. All right, so you guys are projecting yourself, though, as the Knight of Cups. And this is why I have to say this, because, you know, with these cards together and the Page of Cups in reverse, with these cards together, it very well could be a love relationship. I mean, you're coming out with the Lover's card here. But some of you might have previously not really wanted to commit to anybody. But the Knight of Cups energy, this is how do you project yourself to the world? This is, you know, Prince Charming. This is that knight in shining armor. Take gender out of it. This is just that perfect, that passionate, that romantic person who wants to commit and wants to make a commitment. But for some reason, you're uncomfortable with this commitment. So some of you may have sort of had like a rushed marriage. I'm picking up on some of you might have, you know, gone into a relationship that now you're sort of regretting, like maybe it's too suffocating or clinging, or maybe somebody's saying that about you. But you know, but the Knight of Cups is somebody who's very dedicated and very romantic, very emotionally attached to a situation. You guys can apply this to other things other than love. You know, feel free to do that. It could be a job, it could be, you know, a creative project, your spiritual journey. But the Knight of Cups is somebody who requires as much dedication as he's giving. And so people are seeing you as dedicated and loving and like wanting to go the distance. And the river and the waterfall behind him is this emotional overflow. So he's just, he's gushing with emotion. You might be gushing over this new job, over this person, of this trip, over whatever it is that you're consulting this reading for. Now, what's blocking you is the Page of Cups in reverse. So even though the King of Wands comes out as your energy, again, this could be your situation, dealing with somebody who you're very committed to, but they're not committed to you, or something, or vice versa. Because these two cards are just opposite energies. All right, and we have water and we have fire. The perfect amount makes steam, right? And who doesn't like steam? But these two energies, if too much water is going to put out fire, and too much fire is going to dry up all the water. So you have to be really careful here. It's kind of a tough mix. And the Page of Cups in reverse is coming out as what's blocking you. There could be children involved in this situation, but the Page of Cups is also a lack of emotional balance and maturity. So when he's showing up in the reverse, it's like somebody who, and this could be your energy or the energy that you're dealing with, somebody who looks like they want to commit, or looks like, or maybe they're telling you they want to, but deep down, they're not really sure. They don't know. Maybe this relationship is something that they want to just keep on the spiritual level. Some of you might, this might be an online relationship. For some of you, you're not ready for this to be in the flesh, for this to be sort of a carnal, romantic relationship. And you might be feeling a little bit pressured. Again, this doesn't all have to be romantic. It could be that you don't feel emotionally ready for whatever this is. Maybe it's a job that has a lot of responsibility and requires a lot of emotional maturity, and you feel like, well, I've never done this before, and you're feeling like you're just not there yet. The Page of Cups can also be somebody offering you an apology. But the only problem is that when somebody, when it's coming in the reverse, it could be that there's a need for an apology. So, you might have, if both of these kings are your energy, that maybe you are misleading somebody. It could be inadvertently, that, somebody thought you were exclusive and you're not. Okay, or maybe it was a job that, thought, you would have all this time to devote to a certain project or whatever, and you don't, but you came across as if you did. And so there might be the need for an apology and just sort of for clearing the air. So I'm getting a lot of different messages here for you guys, my Libras. The Page of Cups in reverse is also being really careful of what somebody's offering you. So again, this might not be your energy, and you might be dealing with a slippery fish, but this person is somebody who might be at a distance, or might have traveled, a distance to see you, or it might be online. That's what I'm picking up on. But the only problem here is that, he's had this fish in his cup for a long time. And by the time it gets to you, when it's in the reverse, this offering might not be what they say it is. And they might be offering you a stinky dead fish, right? So that is something you have to be aware of. The next energy is, what do you need to do to overcome these obstacles? Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is all about divine timing, but it's like, trust your gut. What does your gut say? What does your passion say? This salamander here, this is all about like taking this very spiritual journey, but also like, where does your passion, where do your passions lie? If it's not in this situation or with this person, there's a need to really speak your truth. Some of you might be feeling like you need to leave a situation for another, whether that's a job or whether that's a person. Okay. And Spirit's saying this is a big green light. Deep down, Libra, you know what you need to do. What you can do within in order to help achieve these desires. So you get the Eight of Wands. This is about law of attraction. This is about setting your sights high. But this is also about having this very focused intention. What is it that you want? It's very important, okay? Very, very important. Trusting your intuition. Okay, the Ace of Wands is like, if you trust your intuition, you're going to go places. Everything's going to clear right up. You're going to see obstacles move out of your way. Have this focused intention. These Eight of Wands are wands of love. So again, I'm really getting, for some of you out there watching, this is definitely a romantic situation. For others of you, it's not. Okay, and this is my law of attraction card. You guys, if you've been listening to me for a while, you know that this is all about, first you have to be grateful for everything you've had, everything you do have, everything you are going to receive, okay, because the miracles and the blessings are infinite. But you also have to give the universe that time and that space to deliver what it is you've asked for, okay? And with the appearance of the Ace of Wands, it's like a yes, there's the energy here, but you also have to, you know, leave it up to the universe. There is divine timing at work here. Now, the next card out is what you can learn from the outside world or from others. You get the Five of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. More specifically, the Five of Pentacles is Mercury and Taurus, and it's all about getting your needs met. You know, Taurus is about I need. Now, Five of Pentacles in reverse is beautiful because it's coming out of a state of lack, a feeling of isolation. Some of you might have felt like your world was turned upside down and you had sort of lost passion for a person. It could be due to a breakup or a job or a career or something along those lines. But Spirit's saying, don't fear. This is coming to an end. You know, things are definitely looking up. You're coming out of the cold. And then your final outcome here is the Lover's card. So again, if this is work, for many of you, this is going to be romance. This is about a perfect union, a perfect balance. It's all about making the choice, and that choice being based on, you know, on spirit, on what you're passionate about, what you know deep down. Okay, so again, remember, we're being called and we're being tested at this time to have a healthy balance between, you know, logic and reason and intuition. But ultimately, there's this choice, and the choice is yours. You've got these beautiful cards. There's emotional commitment. There's the law of attraction coming in out of the cold. Spirit, your spirit guides, your angels, everybody is supporting you. Okay, we do just have these two court cards that are in reverse that are going to be some of our challenges. But this is a blessed union. This is something that was meant to happen. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some energy oracle cards for my Libras from June 5th through July 5th. Messages for Libra from June 5th to July 5th. Walking away, 27. So again, some of you guys, you know, you're not feeling fulfilled, or you're feeling suffocated or stifled by your current situation. Whatever that might be, your living situation, your job, or relationship. Magician in the Mirror, 53 breaks down to an 8. So 8 again coming out as my law of attraction card, right? Same as the law of attraction card. Magician in the Mirror, he's the divine alchemist. This is blending. This is also the union of two souls. This is the union of the masculine and the feminine. This is water and fire. Water and fire. We see that all over this reading. So there's a lot of control here, Libra, that you have over your destiny. All right, so again, crown chakra, so definitely you have angels and your spirit guides surrounding you. This is that healthy dose of intuition that's needed, okay? Trusting, you know, logic and reason with a healthy dose of your intuition. Trust your gut. And what does it get you? 28 breaking down to a 10, a major victory. For some of you, it's a major victory in love. For some of you guys, it's soulmate twin flame union. Some of you are coming across your life partners. They may be coming back into your life, but that's a result of all of the work that you've been doing. All of these lessons, everything you've learned is really helping you rise above the situation. All right, and then you get Porcupine Spirit, time for beginner mind. Yep, so going back to basics, going back to basics. What is it you want? What is it you need? What are you lacking? Okay, because something has you feeling like it's not enough and you're not passionate about it anymore. You don't want to do it anymore. Oops, we'll take these two. And then we get Peacock, let it shine. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised because that's what's happening here in this card. The work you're doing, allow yourself to shine, allow yourself to receive. And then we also get Panther Spirit 44, which is our master number. It's about stability. It's about perseverance. You know, and through your perseverance, you know, through your learning, through going back to the beginning and working your way back up. Some of you guys, this was a huge financial loss, or you lost a job, or your investments went south. Okay, but Panther spirit, you're reclaiming your power, and that is really powerful. And this King of Wands, who seems to be dethroned at the beginning of this reading, he's getting his power back at the end through this process. So Libra, you should feel good. You should feel really good about this reading. You know, and there's all of these readings for this full moon, there are challenges. There are a lot of challenges, but there are also loads of blessings. And you get Freya. This is crazy. I think Gemini also. No, I don't remember. No, Gemini didn't get this, but it doesn't matter. This came out today in my daily. Unleash your adventurous side, take risks, and be daring. So remember the King of Wands, he is that adventurer. He was once very daring. I mentioned he loved to be that Knight of Wands. Take risks, be daring, trust his, you know, his ability to sort of roll with the punches and this and that. And, you know, Spirit's asking you to do that again. You also get these two really big cats coming in. Some of you might have them as your spirit guides or your spirit animals. Some of you might have just been seeing or reading about, you know, their significance for one reason or the other, or maybe you just have cats. But this King of Wands, I love this because I see him at the end of this reading. He is unleashing his power, turning things around. Libra, but you do need to walk away from something and understand how powerful you are and the work that you're doing. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, I want to thank you for all your love and support, and I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.